Welcome
Welcome.
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 to breakfast together.
Late breakfast.
Yes, late breakfast, Sunday morning.
Definitely Sunday morning. Yeah, I can see the sky. It's
Oh,
beautiful.
yes. Blue and beautiful.
Especially in Berlin.
All right then.
We
All
already
right, I
started with a
think
cat.
everyone is very awkward for
But
the
don't worry,
first.
we can cut this in
We
the
already
sound.
started with
Yeah.
I think
complaining.
this should stay. I think this should stay, guys. If you ever decide to record your first podcast, just know it's gonna look like this.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right then. So what? Introduction, I guess.
So, we have here Irena, Telemachos, Asia, and Dimitrios, myself. Who wants to start first?
Ladies first.
Yeah, ladies first. Okay, great. I don't know, Irena, would you like to start your story or should I as an alphabet letter?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I'll try to keep it short. So what? Hello, everyone. Merhaba. Yeah. So my name is Anastasia or Asia, as Dimitrios mentioned. I do prefer the other version, the shorter version of my name, and I was born in the country, landlocked country that is called Belarus. Not Belarusia, not Belarusia, but Belarus. So it makes me Belarusian, but I also moved to Poland when I was 16 years old, where my grandparents were from. So that makes me also a little bit of Polish. But my father was from a different country called Armenia. So as you can see, I am a mishmash of many things. Because since the time I moved to Poland, I've also lived in many different places, 9 countries, I think. I'm not sure anymore. And that's it. I live in Poland at the moment. I am a boring corporate full time employee of a big corporate company working for a Turkish market. That's it.
So, Irena, how about you?
Irena. My friends and family also call me Ira, but it sounds strange for Spanish, Portuguese, and Italian speakers. So whichever version you prefer. I am originally from Ukraine. I have lived in Norway for the last 12 years, so almost half of my adult life. I've also lived in several countries, but most of the time it has been Norway. I work for the immigration authority here in Norway, and yeah, that's it, I guess. Telemachos, would you like to continue?
Oh, sure. So I'm Telemachos for our Italian, Portuguese, and Spanish speakers, Telemaco. And I'm very ambitious. I'm originally from Greece, from Athens, not from an island. And yeah, I spent most of my my youth in Greece, and now I live in Germany, in Berlin, and I've been living here since 2019. So it's almost it's gonna be my 5th year here soon,
Wow.
and yeah, and I'm a software engineer. I work with artificial intelligence, but after my 8 hours are over, I love to work with languages, as I think most people here. And I think that's it for now. Dimitrios.
Dimitrios. So, another Greek. I'm also
Wow.
from Greece. I was born and raised in a small town outside of Thessaloniki. I moved to Berlin 5 years ago. So I'm also an engineer, system engineer, and outside of my work, I enjoy spending time with languages, learning about new cultures. Um, as I said, yeah, I moved to Berlin 5 years ago, and I think that was a time when everything started. I fell in love with not German but Spanish. But later on, I started like appreciating the German language, and then moved to other languages. And here comes the question: like, how many languages you, Irena, speak?
Honest question.
I I love the way you said I started appreciating German more. That was such a diplomatic way of putting that.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
uh, yeah, that's a question I get a lot. As people say, if I got a penny every time that people would ask me this question, that I would definitely be rich. Sometimes I get this question like, I don't know, like every week, and then like I have to repeat it. But I understand that people are curious. So I speak 13 languages to a varying degree of
Oh,
varying degree of fluency. I sometimes when I start listing them, I forget which ones I speak, but I think I will remember this time. So my native language is Russian. I was born in the south of Ukraine to Russian ethnically and also Russian speaking parents. And Ukrainian is, well, let's just call it like something like a second language. I don't have an accent, but it's a long story, like kind of native. So Russian, Ukrainian,
I'm counting.
English, Norwegian. So English, Norwegian, obviously, because I live in Norway. Serbian, Sami. I get a lot of questions about this one. It's an indigenous language spoken in Finland, Sweden, and Norway by 25,000 people plus one. And then I speak German, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese.
I'm
I
lost.
also speak
I think everybody here.
Arabic, Polish, and Dutch, and I think that's it. Yeah.
That's a beautiful mix of language.
For the listeners out there, because there hopefully will be some, it's just that all of us in here are language lovers, and in, as Irena mentioned, various levels, we are all speaking some sort of languages. However, Irena's list is so long that it needed listing, and I personally got lost, but absolutely impressed with the variety, because it's very often when we speak languages, but it's similar groups or so.
Of the same family.
But
Yeah.
yes, exactly, but here it seems, I mean, what a rich life, isn't it?
Thank you. Yeah, we forgot to mention the most important thing. We are all polyglots here, and that's how we met. So we also share some languages together. So if you guys also want to tell a little bit more about your language, I don't know, preferences, your language identity.
Yeah, because we've introduced ourselves, but we haven't really introduced our podcast. What is this that we're gonna be chatting about in here, and why should somebody listen to us, right? And I think it's important to also let our listeners know that if you guys are into languages, into stories from all around the world, from four different people that are connected with their hobby and passion, then it's definitely the place for you. And yeah, we hope at some point you'll find something interesting, maybe encouraging for yourself and motivating to get into this beautiful land of languages.
Correct. I couldn't agree more. And that's how we started the idea of this podcast. We're just in a restaurant discussing about various things. I think everybody here remember this moment. It was a beautiful moment when we just realized that we should do something because we had beautiful discussions, fun discussions, talking about, as I said, as I already mentioned, about everything, and we said, yeah, we should do something. So I think that's the birth of this
Yeah,
idea.
those stories cannot be wasted, right?
Oh, yeah, exactly, exactly.
Indian restaurant in Budapest, late,
Yes,
what was it?
the
Sunday
birthplace
evening. Yes.
of
And
breakfast
the
together.
conversation was so engaging, so that we all said that, hey, this could be a podcast episode. Like, this could be
Why
a
not?
podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
it
Here we
wasn't
are.
enough that all the restaurant was listening to us laughing and shouting for 2 hours. We're like,
In
okay,
various languages.
the world needs to hear this. We're too limited in annoying only these people in this room.
It was the first listeners, actually. It was the first
Yeah,
first time
they
that they
didn't
were.
know it. They were
Yeah.
there like in the birth of a legend.
Correct. Correct.
We were so loud that at some point the waiter asked Levos if he was all right.
Yeah.
And asked him back, and he was like, No one asked for
Yeah.
that.
And we were more than fine, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely,
Oh yeah,
definitely.
And not much alcohol was drunk. I have to mention
Nope.
that as well.
yeah. Just Lassie.
So, what about you, Telemachos? How many languages do you speak, and what's your current focus? What's your plan, like your future plans for languages?
So I speak, I would say like 4 languages. Um, it's like it seems like nothing. Like after Irena, it's like huge
Oh.
catalog of languages. I think we should have started the other way. Like build it up slowly. Now
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
true.
underwhelming.
Keep the joker to the end.
But yeah, so I speak Greek, obviously, English, which I learned in Greece growing up with technology. I think Dimitris, you probably had a similar experience. I also went to a German school, so I learned also like German while in Greece, which was a really good investment because it meant that when I finally came to Germany, I could actually, well, while every other expat had to focus on learning German, I had enough free time to learn other languages, and that was
Good
Spanish
deal.
because for some reason, especially Berlin, it's like you go to Berlin, you learn Spanish, you don't learn German. It's somehow it's all around there.
Taking notes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So basically, I started learning Spanish, and I think I would say I speak it now. And I also started learning Russian on the side because learning Spanish and doubling with German wasn't difficult enough. So I'm like, okay, let's take some Russian on the side. Again, because I kept meeting people, like wonderful people who were like Russian speakers, first in Berlin and then, of course, in the polyglot gathering as well. So yeah, so that's my project right now, and I hope I'm able to have conversations in Russian, hopefully next year at the polyglot gathering. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Yes. So what about you, Asia?
I was hoping you're gonna ask Demetrius, but okay,
No,
let's
we're switching
yeah, let's
like
have it
girl
like
boy.
that. Um, so yeah, it happens that the native language that I have is Russian as well. I mean, I speak Belarusian too, but it's been replaced mostly by Polish because I've been speaking Polish since since I was a teenager, really, and now I kind of use them interchangeably, Polish and Russian, but Russian was the primary one. And in my family, I speak 3 languages, so it's Belarusian, Russian, and Polish with my mom as well. English, obviously, and that's been also a very long story. I think it's the longest language I've been learning because it started in when I was 6 years old, and it's been it's a long journey. Um, I speak some Italian, but this Italian has been eaten recently by my efforts in Spanish, and that's been a very difficult battle because my Italian is being a bit lost. My Spanish is just getting in power, so those are now 2 languages that I'm focusing on. And I speak one of my favorite languages, which is Turkish. I also work with this language. I lived for an extensive amount of time in Turkey on and off, and that's it. That makes, I think, 6. Um, and yeah.
Funny story. I was in the office with one of my colleagues that he's from originally from Turkey, and I saw a video of Asia speaking, a YouTube video that exists from the polyglot gathering in 2023, and the guy said, "Yep, it's like sounds like a native." So yeah, to me as well, I don't speak any Turkish, but it sounds really native. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what the
My
street
friend
does to
also
you.
said that. Yeah, I've heard that from other people as well, that her Turkish sounds native. So that's really a big achievement, Asa, because I think that Turkish is not so easy.
Um, Thank you, first of all. But the thing is, I got lucky enough to learn Turkish while being in Turkey. So I actually didn't go to any course. I did study myself quite a lot, but I was, surrounded completely. I immersed myself, as they call it in kind of language terms. You immerse yourself in the environment, and it worked. So I don't think personally it's very difficult, but it's just one of those languages that is already different enough from other European languages. So it's like a bit shocking in the beginning, but it's very straightforward, and there are almost no exceptions, which is great.
Can you tell me your secret? Because I'm trying, like, I don't know, since 4 years at least to get in a native language, in a native level in German, but people still reply me to back into English. So I I would like your like how you should achieve or how you should immerse yourself into a language. But this could be also another podcast.
Yes,
Definitely gonna have one.
I was just thinking that we probably would want to encourage our speakers to join us at the first official episode, since this one is only the introduction. And this is a great topic to discuss, because I think it would be a long story, since all of us have our own tips and tricks and stories related to that. But Dimitris, before we wrap it up for today, how about your journey? Because we already know bits and bobs, but we don't know the full story about your
Right,
language.
right. So yes, I was as I was born in Greece. My both parents speak Greek, and all my family. So yeah, obviously Greek. I wouldn't say it's the best language right now because I don't use it anymore. I just speak with my family and my friends. But yeah, definitely I use English in my work. Yeah, I started early as every Greek person normally during the primary school. Um, Thing is, I tried to learn Italian and German, but I never, I was not really like a fan of it. So this love of learning like new languages started, I would say 3 or 4 years ago when Corona happened, the first months of Corona, where I realized that I have to improve my German. That was around like before intermediate level, I would say beginner, and at the same time started with Spanish. And since then, I'm trying to keep maintain these languages, Spanish and German. Currently, I'm learning French, and I'm also like focusing on Russian. And one of my goals is the same as Telemachos. Like I wish in the next polyglot gathering, I will be able to at least converse and speak about few things in Russian. I actually tried already to learn Russian twice, but it didn't really work out because I was focusing on other languages. So I think this time is the time to focus on in Russian, and I also would like to spend some time with ACL, that is American Sign Language. That's as a side project, but that's pretty much my story with languages.
We all seem to have some goals until the next polyglot gathering, which is in May 2024.
Right.
So you guys, your goal is to speak to each other, to speak in
In
Russian to each
Russian.
other.
In Russian, yes.
Yes, yes.
And my goal is to speak Spanish with all of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to upload this anywhere else apart from podcast platforms, but if we are somewhere where our audience, lovely audience, whoever's listening to us can comment, maybe they can comment on the languages they speak. Yeah, guys, if you are able to listen to us and comment on this first intro episode, then let us know. Let us know what languages you speak, and
Or which ones you'd like to speak, or you're
yeah,
learning.
tell us about your language journey story, or maybe you don't speak any other.
Yeah, we also have our Instagram page, so you can just contact us on the page and write us a message.
Yeah, write us a note, let us know what type of things you would like to hear from us. But yeah,
We're gonna share this
um,
in the show notes.
sure.
Great.
Thank you very much. Teşekkürler arkadaşlar. Görüşürüz.
Thank you everybody. Пока пока.
Ευχαριστούμε πολύ. Καλή συνέχεια.
Спасибо.
Καλή συνέχεια.